You know, I'm not too happy with the state of the modern video game industry. And while corporations bear most of the blame, a lot of the fault lies in the gamers. And things like this just cement that in my mind. I woke up this morning to see a trailer for Goro in Mortal Kombat X. Now, in case you're not aware, though you probably are, Goro is a pre-order incentive in the sense that you must pre-order the game to get Goro. Otherwise, you gotta pay for him after launch. Because that's totally fair and justified, right? And I was like, actually, you know what? I'm really hoping to see a lot of dislikes and a lot of negative comments to Warner Brothers, because I doubt this was really like, I doubt Ed Boon wanted to do this. But I was hoping to see people being like, no, fuck this. He should be in the game. Right? Right? But no. In fact, I saw a lot of comments like, I'm gonna pre-order the game now. Shit, Goro looks awesome. Better pre-order. And again, if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen that I was not too happy about this. In fact, I think I said that they were chun-to-brain fuck nuggets. And they are. Because they are part of the problem. Look, as much as corporations bear a lot of the blame, like I just said before, in the sense that it's their fault that a lot of problems exist within the video game industry, you know, they pulled the bullshit. They're the ones who implement day one DLC. They're the ones who implement microtransactions. They're the ones who pump out sequels and vapid bullshit on a yearly basis. They bear a lot of the blame. But the fact of the matter is that it is gamers who have enabled this behavior. And gamers with weak constitutions that are the reason why the video game industry is where it is right now. Where we're getting pummeled in the anus every day. With every major release. It's when I see stuff like that, where gamers are actively supporting things that are bad for gaming. They do it all the time, and it's ridiculous. I mean, I know you're gonna say I'm rehashing the don't pre-order, but that point needs to be hammered home, because it's pretty fucking clear that the message isn't sinking in. We need to stop pre-ordering games. We need to just suck it up and accept that for a couple of games to start, we're not gonna get what we want. I'd like to play as Goro, but I'm not pre-ordering the game. I'm not. I'd like to play the Harley Quinn DLC and the Red Hood story DLC for Batman. I'm not pre-ordering it. I get to miss out. Too fucking bad, I guess. I'd rather ensure that I'm doing something positive for the video game industry by putting my foot down and not pre-ordering games than enabling this behavior. Anybody who's pre-ordered Grand Theft Auto 5 from the PC, you're part of the problem. Encouraging getting rewarded in-game with an advantage in online for pre-ordering. Yeah, that's totally something we should support with our money, right? I don't understand why gamers are still pre-ordering video games, not purely because they should understand why they shouldn't. You're putting money down on a product that's not released yet, that you don't know is gonna work. But it's just looking at past history for the past 2 years. How many botched releases have we seen? I mean, I basically kicked off the beginning of the generation with Battlefield 4, that putrescent turd of a launch. Call of Duty Ghost was an abomination. Then we had Watch Dogs, which was a god-awful PC port. Then we had Assassin's Creed Unity, a game that just was completely unoptimized and not ready for public consumption. Halo the Master Chief Collection, a game that just flat out didn't work. That was the one that nailed it in the coffin for me. When I came home with Halo the Master Chief Collection pre-ordered, the reason why I bought this brick and then I put it in there to play and it didn't work, it was at that moment that I was like, done, I'm not pre-ordering, no more. And since then, haven't pre-ordered a single game. And you know what? I'm happy about that. I am. Because not only would it save me from potential terrible purchases, like, you know, I bought a lot of games this year that I didn't even want, like, you know, The Order and Dying Light and stuff, but it would save me from potentially buying a broken game. And it's when I see gamers basically going out and pre-ordering, knowing that the risk is not worth the reward, and doing it anyway, and happily doing so. I mean, I've been watching videos from a YouTuber called Batman Dobbins, who I highly recommend you watch, who does really substantive rants on, especially Halo, and the state of Halo, and what's been happening to the franchise. I guess I'm partially looking forward to Halo 5 in the sense that I'm looking forward to the campaign, but I'm not pre-ordering it. No way. After the abominable launch that was Halo the Master Chief Collection, I can't understand how anybody would. Yet there are people in the comment sections of not only his video, but actual Halo 5 trailers, updates from 343, saying that they will gladly pre-order the game. And that anybody who doesn't, they just hate it. They're haters. They're entitled gamers. I'm lost for words. And stuff like this makes me upset. You know, when you dedicate a lot of time, like when your channel is dedicated to the betterment of the video game industry, which it is, like, as much as people say you're just being negative for the sake of negativity, the whole point of this tough love, which is what it is to make video games and the gaming industry better for us. Because we come first. We're the consumers. We are the gamers. We come first. So when I see other gamers, in quotations, actively supporting what I consider to be part of the downfall of gaming, do you understand why I get upset? It's upsetting to me that no matter how hard I try to just avoid pre-ordering games, that isn't going to make an ounce of difference when everybody else is doing it. Pre-orders do not benefit you in any way whatsoever. You don't get any actual benefits. Like, stuff like, oh, well, I get a new character or story missions. Those aren't benefits. Those are things you should get that people like me who don't pre-order don't get. Because we get screwed over for our choice to be more cautious and smart with our money. That's a problem. You're not getting any meaningful reward. You're taking a risk, and the past 2 years, past 3 years have shown that there are so many botched releases that you really can't trust a developer or publisher to release a functional product, because why would they? They've got your money. Your purchase is guaranteed day one, and whether or not you return it, they don't give a shit. They got your money. That's why they can continue to do this stuff. And that's why they continue to take shit out of games and lock it away as pre-order incentives. Because it works. And it makes them money. And so long as a botched launch will make them more money because it's released at the optimal time, they will do it. Like I said in the previous video, no company really cares about how good their product is. They don't. It's about how much money it makes. So when you gamers are actually supporting these bad business practices that don't benefit you in any way whatsoever, you're a part of the problem. And that's why I say you have weak constitutions. Because when something gets flashed in front of your eyes and you're like, oh, I need that, I gotta get that. And so then you go out and buy it. I mean, Jesus Christ, is it really that hard to just sacrifice playing as one character in a video game so that we can actually get the content we deserve? And don't turn around and be like, oh, well, why is it a big deal for you? Motherfucker, it's the principle that content that was developed for the game is taken out on the first day as a punishment for those of us who decided not to put our faith in companies that we shouldn't trust. Is that so crazy? Is that such a ridiculous thing to do? Is it so mind-blowing for me to just be like, actually, with so many recent botched launches, I think I'm going to wait and see how the community responds to it before I buy it. Apparently it is. So, to those of you who still pre-order games en masse, like if you pre-order one game, it's still too many, but like, at least I understand it if you're getting some meaningful bonus. Like, for example, that MGS5 pre-order thing where you get like a hand or something, that looks pretty cool. You know, getting statues or out-of-game accessories, fine. But when you go out and pre-order games, and especially when you go out and pre-order games that lock content away from you, you're contributing to the downfall of gaming, because pre-orders do rest at the core, along with what I would consider to be like the holy trinity of shit that's infected the core of gaming, which is DLC, pre-ordering, and microtransactions. Guys, just suck it up. I know that it's hard. I know when you want to get content that seems cool. That's why they take it out. But you gotta stop. You've got to stop pre-ordering. You gotta make a stand right now to ensure that the video game industry is a better place for us. Because they've been abusing us for years now. And it's time we stood up.